Again, you thought Biden was a complete nightmare. Don't expect any better from Kamala Harris. After all, she was just part of this whole cover-up all along.
If there ever is a problem, do you think that you could go tell the American public? Do you think in your role that you're in a position to do that?
Of course, if necessary, but there's no need for that.
We don't need to go back to November. She just said he's fine 5 minutes ago in a call with donors. I mean, joining me now, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. Senator, we were going to have you on the other night about the Secret Service nightmare. That's still hanging over all of this. But if she gets the nomination, Kamala Harris, given everything, we've said a lot of it already tonight, I want to repeat, but if she gets the nomination, who is really going to be running the show in the White House? Is it the same cabal running the show now, or are they going to change up some of the players?
Oh, no, it'll be the same people, Laura, but it won't be anybody actually in the White House. It will be the people who chose Joe Biden and who will choose the next nominee. It will be Wall Street, it will be big business, and it will be Hollywood. They're the people who chose Biden. They're the people who made the money off of Biden. He can't make them any more money, so now they've ditched him, and they're holding an audition. I don't know if it will be Kamala. I think they haven't decided, but they're who matter. Those 15, 16 million Democrat primary voters, they don't matter. Who matters is Wall Street, private equity, and Hollywood. That's who controls this thing. And Laura, whoever gets the nod, they will be in charge, 100%.
Well, so we understand from our reporters tonight that she is working the phones, to use a tired old cliche, working the phones, try to shore up her support, tell everybody, really, I'm smart. I'm really smart and I'm really accomplished. When you have to say that, you're not, okay? So she's doing that. Meanwhile, people who I think do have some talent, I don't agree with them, but they have talent. Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania. If I were Trump, I would not want to run against him for a couple of reasons. He has a good approach. He comes across as a little more sane, and he actually can think on his feet. He's not getting in this race. He doesn't want any part of running in this race. Neither does Newsom. Neither does Whitmer. What do they know, those three stars of the party, about running against Donald Trump?
Well, they know that it's likely a suicide mission. I mean, listen, Donald Trump is a powerful candidate. He's a strong candidate. The reason that voters selected him as our nominee and have voted for him in the past is because he is not beholden to those same people we were talking about. He's not beholden to Hollywood. He's not beholden to Wall Street. He's not beholden to big business. In fact, they all hate him, which is the best endorsement of Trump he could possibly get. So that's going to be the real choice here. It doesn't matter who the Democrat nominee is. They're not going to be calling the shots. No. It's going to be those other folks, So the choice is between, do you want to have somebody who actually represents you, who actually represents your voice and is going to make this country strong, do something for you, or do you want somebody who's just going to phone it in for Wall Street? I mean, listen, Wall Street's going to make money no matter who the Dem nominee is. That is going to be the real contrast here.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, for a party that claimed it was going to bring all this calm and unity and transparency, calm in the world is obviously that hasn't worked out. But what is Putin, Xi, Kim Jong-un? I mean, they're watching democracy, Democrat Party style. How's it looking to them? They got to have a big chuckle out of all this.
They got to be laughing their heads off. Now the Democrats are rigging their own elections, Laura. I mean, this is hysterical. I mean, it looks like, dare we say it, an insurrection. I mean, it is hysterically funny, or would be, if not for the fact that Democrats have persecuted good Americans, half of the country and more, for the last 3 years, doing exactly what they're doing now. No, this is a joke. And again, it is a desperate, desperate attempt for the most powerful people in this country to cling to their power. Joe Biden's no longer useful to them. They're trying to find their next puppet, and we're going to have several weeks of auditioning for who that puppet's going to be. But at the end of the day, Republicans know who our candidate is, Donald Trump, who's not a puppet, and that's why he's going to win in November.
You bet. He doesn't answer to any of those people, and that's why he's always been a threat to Washington. Senator, thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.